All right.
Still the Dugout podcast.
Dugout.
Till the weekend. We also what happened over the weekend. United got their first win of the season thanks to a 95 or 96 minute penalty from Bruno Fernandes.
Basically, last kick of the game.
Kick of the game, yeah. So that's a good one for them. Manchester City. Is it good? At least they have points on the board. They have more points than City.
Yeah, they do actually.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying. So it's a good thing. And they have 4 points, and Liverpool is 9 points.
So their next game is actually City, right?
Exactly. So it's a very good game to watch because I want to see how Man U play against City, and I want to see how City respond.
The battle of strugglers. See, only one game concerned me over the weekend,
which is,
and unfortunately, it was not Barcelona's game.
Really?
It was Arsenal Liverpool.
Yeah. Which is like, I mean, there are no talking points in the game. I like that. There was no controversy, no VAR, no nothing. It was a game of it was like more or less. Sometimes we say cat and mouse game or chess, But I'm an Arsenal fan. So I'm going to speak from an Arsenal point of view.
Why?
Because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Try just for once. Try.
Do what?
Try to just speak like a neutral.
I can't speak as a neutral now because I'm not being paid to speak as a neutral. This is my podcast. This is our podcast.
No, try to speak like you get what I want to talk.
There's no neutrality here.
I have my take and I'm trying.
You can speak as a neutral now. Okay,
so this is the thing here. I understand what Ola is saying though, but occasionally I try to put myself in different situations to analyze the game so that I can try and understand it better. Remember, the last time we spoke, I said I was very, very sure that Arteta would not put Iberichi Eze on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said it, that he might want to start him off the bench. And you gave very cogent reasons why he should have done so. But I argued with you and said it wasn't going to happen like that. And true to your words, he's your manager anyway, so maybe you understand or you know better. But I was disappointed because Arsenal came up against a team that had conceded in every single game they have played this season. Arsenal, on the other hand, have not conceded a goal this season. Arsenal have scored in every single game this season. Arsenal have created chances in every single game this season, even against the game against Manchester United, where everybody says, including you, say you had a horrible game. They were able to get away with the win because they actually had the intention to get goals in that game. You now line up against Liverpool, who have a very shaky defense that they still try to reinforce up until the last minute of the transfer window. And you set up with 3 defensive midfielders. See,
and 4 centre backs.
Now, small thing they make. Oh, you saw it. 4 centre backs, 3 defensive midfielders. Now, small thing they make me vex. And when I saw the lineup, I was at the radio station and I flipped and I was so mad. Everybody would think maybe I was getting paid for this or getting paid to talk about Arsenal. But Iberichi Eze, his last 4 games, 3 of his last 4 games have been against Liverpool. The last game of the season for Crystal Palace last season, the first game of the season, the Community Shield for Crystal Palace, also against Liverpool. His first game of the league was against Chelsea. Then this was going to be the 3rd time of facing Liverpool in his last 4 competitive games, and you decided to start him on the bench, especially when he had a very, very good performance every single time he played against Liverpool, coupled with the fact that the player that would have played in his natural position, you decided to keep him on the bench for reasons best known to you. Somebody said something that to you, if you were that good, probably go and coach your own team. Well, I've actually coached the team, and Tola can certify, or can tell you how I performed. But at the time, if he was that good, he probably have won a league title. And I'm sorry, I understand why the man has not won much. Because if you don't have the balls to take certain decisions, I don't think you should be coaching in the Premier League, Tola.
Yeah, I don't ranting.
I'm done ranting.
Now, Arsenal, it's way is ranting. It's my club. So let me.
I'll still rant about Barca, but
let me speak. So this is it. Like I said, the last video I dropped on the IG and I'm not an Arteta out. No, I'm an Arteta in. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm going to support whichever team Arsenal is putting out there, whichever manager that is there. But then again, I have to be pragmatic. I have to be realistic, and I have to also
say that it is
exactly. I have to remove emotions from it.
Oh, thank God! Yeah.
Arteta has been at Arsenal for since 2000 when he won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And I will not blame him for 2001, 2.
2021, you mean?
Exactly, 2021. Sorry, I won't blame him for 2021, 22. And then I won't blame him for 23. But it's still 24 and 25. Then I'll start with, okay, you've been there. I mean, you've had time to acclimatize yourself to the team. You've had transfer windows. This is your most backed window. Like this, one guy dropped the video. This is the first time the board actually backed the team, the manager, the sporting director.
Everybody got what he wanted.
You got your striker, you got your midfielder, you got your defenders, you got your additional players, you got a second choice good goalkeeper. I personally like Kepa as a goalkeeper. I know he has his own attitude and everything, but as a goalkeeper, for me, Kepa is better than keeper that they had in Chelsea, the dark dude. What's his name again? The one before this one.
The Mendy.
Mendy, yeah. Kepa is better than Mendy. For me, as a shortstopper, Kepa is better than Mendy. But you know, Kepa had
everybody with their preference. I prefer Mendy though.
Kepa had his issues.
He had his issues, yeah. So their coach and all that, yeah.
You've had the transfer window right now. The first game was Sheikh Ezima United. We give you that. It's first game of the season. The team is just back and everything. You're able to win. Second game, Blue Leads out of the park, 5-0. That is the third game of the season. They're playing Liverpool. It's not the last game of the season, not the second to the last. Liverpool is still going to lose games. Arsenal is definitely going to drop some points and lose some games too. But this is the third game. You both have 6 points. Why being so conservative? Go for it. See, that game pissed me off. It did not. I wasn't hurt that we lost. I was pissed by the way we played.
Yeah.
And then, well, I didn't watch the first half. Fine, we had a basketball friendly game that I was part of. So, but the second half that I watched, I mean, people said we played better in the first half, and Noni Madueke played better in the first half. I was on his case in the second half, but apparently he played better in the first half. So
Madueke, that's the guy.
It all means this is what they do, by the way. So it means that there was something changed in the dressing room at halftime. And then what I noticed was that, okay, let's say, it was clear Arsenal in the second half could not, before Odegaard and Eze came in, the Arsenal team could not string 3 to 4 passes at the time.
Because there was nobody to string passes together.
Whenever with the ball, it was a pass to Declan Rice. He was trying to do something, he gives away a wrong pass.
You know who would have been laughing on that day?
Who?
The Spanish national team coach. Because you are starting Zubimendi and Mikel Merino in the same midfield with Declan Rice.
For defensive minded
players.
The thing is, and to be fair,
you know what pissed me off the most, Ola? Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that we agree on this. We really don't agree on too many things, but there were some Arsenal fans on the day where I was that were saying that the manager knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he did. See,
he did not.
Hold on. To be fair, that's why I'm happy I'm doing this now and not the day or the day after when maybe
emotions were high and everybody.
To be fair to those Arsenal fans, I mean, they took it to the extreme. Liverpool didn't really threaten. They held the ball, they had the ball, they played better, but they weren't really threatening.
Tola, whether you like it or not.
No, let me. Hold on.
Okay, I'm listening.
So they weren't really threatening. They looked better on the day.
Yes.
But Man U threatened Arsenal more in that first game than Liverpool played in this game. But Liverpool had the ball. Yeah. And the reason why was that our defense was solid. We were able to frustrate their play. Calafiori did a very good job on Salah on the day. But the issue was that when we had the ball, we did absolutely nothing with it in the second half, which was what I watched anyway. Now that's the issue. So Arteta got it wrong by fielding the wrong kind of players. And by the time he made the change, I mean, yes, they hadn't scored by then. But by the time he made the change, they were ready to lose. Because one thing about football is that when you play a certain way for so long in a game, it is always hard to have to now change to a different style. And the thing is that what those fans will tell that if Szoboszlai didn't score that free kick, it would have ended in a draw. But what I would say is maybe, but it was looking more like a draw. But what I would say is that Arsenal, where is your own free kick? Because you have to play to a point to get those luck. Because football is a game of luck 50% of the time. Because you might be the best team on the day and lose by lose to an own goal.
Arsenal
didn't create anything in that game.
During the course of that game, we had a conversation afterwards, and he said Arsenal had about 11 or 12 corners in total.
In the game.
Arsenal are known as set piece United. couldn't even convert any of their set pieces.
We didn't even connect.
Exactly what I was driving at, because during the course of that game, I think every single set piece, or almost every single set piece, was taken by Declan Rice. Normally during games, it's either Declan Rice is swinging it in, or other guy is swinging it on the other side, or Saka, depending on
who is there, who's
available. But the different legs
left
and
right,
different kinds of pullouts and whatnot. Liverpool were ready for that, and that has been Arsenal's most potent tool over the last 2 seasons. It has worked, whether anybody likes it or not. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the way they execute it. I think a couple of the goals they have scored through it are questionable, but it doesn't mean that it is not effective. It is very, very effective. Kudos to them. Liverpool had a response for that, Ola. But at the same time, when you start a game with 3 defensive midfielders in your midfield, Martinelli, for all of the
there's a reason why we did not be speaking about Martinelli.
For all of
I didn't even know he was on the pitch in the second half.
For all of the talk against Martinelli in that game, Martinelli had more recoveries than a lot of players in the pitch.
That's why he was brought in to come and play defense.
When there is, that's what happens when there is no creative mind. Those that are supposed to receive the ball from the creative players and try to do something with it will spend more time in their own half tracking back and trying to recover the ball, because the moment you have it, Tola, you cannot have a conservative approach and have attacking players on the pitch. They would all drop back.
Someone said something.
Yeah.
He said Arsenal has been touted, or it's not touted, but factually proven to be the best defensive team in the Premiership in the past 2 seasons, right? Then have faith in your defense. Let your attackers attack. Let your defenders do what they know they are best at. You can't say you have the best defense while all the whole team is defending in the big games. It's a big game. Let your defenders defend these things.
Now I understand why Lewis Kelly was a hot shot in his debut season, and Nwaneri has not gotten half of Lewis Kelly's hype so far, because they would rather Arteta will focus more on defending and keeping the game safe than actually attacking and trying to make something out of it. One thing I know for a fact is, in as much as defense wins you championships, football is changing. Liverpool have signed Ekitike. Liverpool have signed Isak. 2 very, very good goal scorers from last season. They still have Mohamed Salah. They still have Gakpo. In that same team, they signed Florian Wirtz as well. They still have Chiesa on the bench. These are players with an attacking profile. With Gravenberch and Szoboszlai was able to easily slot into right back against Arsenal, put up a fantastic performance, and still scored a banger of a free kick. They know how to defend, they know how to attack. They know they will concede, but they will also push and try to get a goal. I don't know if what Arteta wants right now is to say, oh, I have this record against the big 6. Yeah, but that is what a number of Arsenal fans are always talking about. It's gone now. Maybe after this loss, after the international window, Arteta will decide to come outside and come and attack.